Whoa.
Uncle Michael, she's trying to take my ball.
I'm loud enough, I don't need no mic. Hi, I'm Michael Hildebrandt, I'm the owner of Bolster. We're paired up with them, and so we always have a great person to send them to keep them injury-free and to help prevent us from having any scenario that we can keep coming to the gym and keep having fun. Let's focus on this, especially with push press today. The main two things is, it's not your wrist mobility that doesn't allow you to do this, it's your lat mobility. My wrists naturally are gonna be able to get to that position here, but when I lean back too much, because my wrists don't push it all the way up, it comes down to your lats. So what I first wanna do is put my hands just outside my shoulders. I'm gonna take that bar up on top of my shoulders and make a banana. So I'm gonna scoop the banana, scoop the ice cream. That is where I wanna see. If my elbows are in front of that barbell, as you can see I have right here, as you can see, what I'm looking for is that you guys both have pretty good wrist mobility and you have pretty good lat mobility. I'm okay to have a little bit of a lean back as long as my core is tight. Pretend like there's a zipper from your belly button to your chest. It's always zipped up, no matter what. Even if I lean back, that zipper's still tucked down, okay? Biggest focus. We all got double chins, whether we like it or not. So, biggest thing is I'm gonna pull that chin out of the way. Pull that chin straight out of the way. Bring it back. Pull the chin out of the way. Straight back. Pull the chin out of the way. Straight back. One more. Good. That biggest thing allows us to get this barbell from making a rainbow into a straight line. That's the big thing, because if I do a rainbow, it makes it all pressure on my shoulders, which is what we don't do here at CrossFit Bolster. We focus on keeping safety. We keep it away from shoulders and make sure that we can keep our body healthy. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have you pull your head away and then press that bar straight up over your head. Then pause it right at the top over your head, pull the head out of the way, punch and press it. Now, the biggest thing is it's not gonna be balanced over my head perfectly. It's always gonna be balanced over the middle of my foot. The middle of my foot is more important. So if I come over here and I push it back, push it forward, that's all gonna make me out of whack. I'm looking for it to be as stable, so that's one big straight line. That's always where I wanna finish. No matter what, anytime we do this, I have those elbows up, I pull the head out of the way, and when I finish, I should be that nice stacked position with my core tight, shoulders up top, and staying smooth. The second I go like this and go, woo, and break it down, I'm gonna take more pressure on my shoulders. We don't want that, okay? Bring the bar down. Now, push press isn't just about doing that. You gotta utilize a little bit of your legs. So, what I'm focused on,
Press.
that's a strict press. Yes, that's a good strict press when I pull my elbows underneath, head comes out of the way, and I just punch it straight overhead, okay? Push press. Only thing that we add is we're gonna use a little bit of a dip, okay? So what I want you to do is pretend like your knees are jelly. Relax them. Squeeze your butt. Relax them. Squeeze your butt. Main focus I wanna think about is really squeeze that activation. Because one thing that we have to realize is your elbows still have to be in a good position. If I'm sitting here like this doesn't help me, that's gonna make the bar push forward. So what I do wanna think about is when I do this, my feet should be just outside my hip. Good question, Sarah. My feet are just outside my hips, so my toes are pointed just a little bit wider. And so what I do is I dip down, and then when I squeeze that chin, like we all got those double chins, gotta come out of the way so I can press that bar straight overhead, okay? It's very light when we have a 12-ounce bar, but when we get onto a heavy bar, you have to realize it's gonna give you a lot of feedback. So any placement or any pressure that I push forward or I push back is gonna take my body with it. So what I wanna do is we're gonna slowly increase that. When I say set, you're gonna dip down, and when I say go, you're gonna really drive those legs, punch that bar up, and try your best to get that nice vertical path of that barbell. Got it? Let's focus on that nice elbow position, so let's get it started. Elbows underneath, looks good, Derek, looks good, Sarah. Set, so bring those knees down. Ready, go. Good, punch. Bring that bar back down again. Set. I'm gonna go like this. This is a nice physical cue that if she does bring that bar up and around instead of pulling the chin out of the way, it'll hit it. So it's a good thing for us. We do a lot of this at CrossFit Bolster to help keep you safe. And go. Good, nice job. I saw your head come out of the way. Nice drive and nice punch all the way up top. Good, you can feel if you can grip that. Derek, let's see how you go here. Set. Same thing, Sarah, keep that trust and go. Good, Derek, nice drive, nice use of your legs. The more powerful you are with your legs, the more beneficial it is. If I'm over here going slow, everyone let's look over at Coach Michael. If I'm going slow like this, it makes it all into a strict press. If I use my legs and I jump and be aggressive with it, it makes it a lot easier and can keep that momentum driving through that bar, okay? So we just did it with the light PVC pipe. Now we're gonna go put on some weight. Biggest thing I wanna see, especially what you guys have over here with weight, is you have to realize that core is gonna be very important, okay? So if I'm over here and I have that position like this, and I go like this and I just kind of kick up the bar, I wanna really feel my back stay tight underneath that bar so that I feel my brace and my shoulders. Bolster always talks about 2 things being the most important thing, which is your core. That's what we learned from the clinic, always, and keeping that bar close to your body. So if you do those 2 things, you will be safe. You can keep your body moving correctly, and you can make sure that we can move heavier weight safer, okay? Let's see it. So let's get that barbell. Let's stay safe. Let's try 2 reps. See it as a pattern. Let's do 1 at a time. Ready? Trust your legs, dip that down, and then drive and punch. Now, what you want you to focus on, especially because you guys got beautiful push jerks right there, is that when you punch, rack that bar back up, 1 walk forward, Weight is heavy, especially when we do heavy. What they demonstrated was a really good push jerk, which is really good to have because that's actually a harder movement. But what we do here at Bolster, as well as push jerk, is push press. Push jerk's gonna make you add more weight to it. So you guys demonstrated that really well because you punched, and then once you got that bar up there, you kind of dropped underneath it with a nice stable shoulder. That's okay, because that's really allowing you to put more weight on that bar and utilize support from your legs, which is the most important thing to do. So what I wanna see is I want you to trust that the second I drive those legs up, they're extended, they are fully locked out. My quads are squeezed, my glutes are squeezed, my core is activated, I'm pressing until that bar hits the top. Okay, so really focus on that nice drive. So if we need to go a little lighter, that's always important. That's not a bad option. Coaches here are not afraid to tell you when we need to go lighter. That's our job, and that's why we're a different type of breed for CrossFit, because our job is to keep you safe. That's more important than anything else. Good, really stacked, awesome, nice control. 1 more. Good, stack, bring it down, rack it. Walk those elbows up, make sure they stay high. Perfect, Derek, let's come over to you. We got the nice isolation over here. Checking in with how you do. Good. Trusting that self to squeeze those butts. Hey, still representation of a good thing. He's still keeping the components of keeping that core tight, and his shoulders are packed right over his head. There we go. Much more drive phase, much more explosive. 1 more. Good, really explosive. He's got strong legs, and it's important to use those strong legs. Good, rack it. So that's what a push press is. The main goal here is to teach you guys how to stay safe. That's the whole motto behind Bolster, is always focusing on being safe, focusing on a different type of CrossFit that makes you allow yourself to move functionally and keep your body safe. Kipping doesn't always have to happen. Let's work on progressions and stuff that's gonna help you be safe first, and then we'll progress you up to stuff that you are able to do.
Cool, thank you, Mike.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Have fun.
We were doing push jerks because of what he mentioned, like CNS overload. But we just wanted him to like explain the push press, because that's more like technical for like the first part of the push jerk. So push jerk is just adding that little squat in, like he said afterwards. So that just allows us to get more weight. But that was helpful. That was cool.
Yeah, that felt all of the cues, right? Like I feel like I know how to use, well, I know we were doing jerks, but like the using of your legs, that was super helpful to me to like break it up. What should every piece of my body be doing?
Right.
Which makes it more complicated for your brain. but also it feels like I felt stronger. I felt like more stable. I didn't feel it like where I was like, oh, my shoulder is weak because I was relying on my shoulder too much, right?
But it was super nice to have him break that down for us.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Nice. Shoulders start to get tired a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, you did look more intentional with your legs.
Yeah.
Really. Heavy.
The Ski is a great machine because it teaches you how to use your arms, teaches you how to use your lats, and make sure that you actually pull hard. So if you listen, he's got a nice drag, nice pull. He's recovering and then pulling aggressive with his arms. Derek's a very good, strong deadlifter, so if you have that, as long as a strong back, it helps you build this capacity. So he's in a good position, his feet are good, his arms, since he's taller, it actually benefits. So doesn't mean you can't do it if you're a little smaller, but it does help to have a little bit of height because it gives you more power. Woo, perfect.
A minute is tough.
And it will burn, definitely get that body moving. So we like to do it as a scale, but it's also a good option to get your body warm. Always important to warm up. Functional movements, not only cardio, but as well as good isolation, small muscle warm-ups, such bands, stuff like that, before they warm up their shoulders. Make sure that they get their body ready to go, and make sure that their heart rate's up a little bit so that they're not spiking it when they're trying to do a workout and their nervous system is ready to go. So now Sarah's gonna hop on there. She's learned a little bit about this already. She's gonna focus on that same pattern. She's really focusing on really big arm pull motions, driving it down and really pulling it back up. As she gets more aggressive, she's gonna pull harder. It's gonna take a little more out of her, but she's gonna utilize those legs a little bit too. It's not just her arms that are being used. Her legs and her arms are being used to pull aggressive. Good pulls, there you go. Nice job over that 600 pattern. She's doing a little more of that twist out, which is great. It resets her arms, makes a nice little rainbow, like she's giving herself a big hug. And then after that, she's allowed to pull down aggressively. So the last thing I would say is Derek's really tall in this scenario, so we could even move him back a little bit so his feet are almost on that ledge. What that allows is this number down here is the damper. So the damper kind of allows wind to come into the machine, and then he pulls more aggressive. It does take a lot more power when the damper's higher, but it'll give more output. That's why his calories are already at 40 some calories. Working with Sarah, they're doing it together. But he's pulling aggressive, sees the numbers almost at 1,200 calories a minute. That's a lot of power, that's a lot of pull. Main focus for him is just trying to keep his heart rate breathing. As he pulls down, it is important to breathe. That breathing is important always when we do any exercise. We gotta learn how to breathe. We can't hold our breath, almost as like I'm doing right now while I'm talking. So as Sarah did really well as an athlete, she told her coach or told them to check one thing that she thinks she needs to work on. So she's really focusing on her hips going back while squeezing down. Her chest is going good, like she would be doing a nice deadlift. I know she's been taught well from Derek, and I know she has a good foundation, so that means she's doing well. Now she really has to just trust her power pull. As she pulls hard on that, her hips go back, and then she squeezes those glutes forward to get up top. See, she's already pushing at that 627, 650 was where she was at earlier. That's higher than what she had last time, which is a good sign, meaning she's starting to trust herself. It obviously gets a little harder as we do more reps or as we do longer time periods, because it starts to make your body fatigue and everything CNS-wise starts to get a little spiked. CrossFit's not only about being supportive, but we also do want to let them do their workout. It's important to kind of let that, giving cues while they're doing a workout is important, but also letting him learn his body. So it's okay for me to be as a coach, especially like all my coaches are certified and very good at what they do. They all got a lot of different backgrounds. They're able to let him do it. We stand back and we just make sure he does well. He doesn't have to do anything. I don't have to say anything. I'm checking in. That's why 24/7 we're watching you guys. No matter if we have 3 people, 10 people, or 15 people in a class.
Is 12 and 1,300 pretty good?
Yeah, sitting around there is where I have to sit around.
Height and weight. Well, okay, so you were at 1,200, so I'm just half of you.
Yeah, it makes sense. Pretty good day overall. I started the day a little lackluster. I didn't have my tea this morning.
English breakfast?
English breakfast tea. But I think now, if I wake up and I forget my tea, I'm going to start with that. Because like,
gives you the energy.
They got me rocking and rolling.
Okay.
So that's what we'll do from now on. Or maybe we just do it in general, because I really liked that.
Yeah.
That was kind of fun. Just a couple rounds real quick.
Sure, yeah.
Sit in with that.
Yeah.
But good push press. Had Coach Mike on, walk us through the push press and push jerk and then the ski erg. So it was cool.
Yeah. Agree. I think that a lot of the cues that I got from Mike, I think our form in general was fine before, but getting the cues like the zipper from the belly button to the chest, like that's another way to think about bracing the core. And I like that cue. The leg movement and how I need to drive, like understanding that there are so many different
ways to say the same thing.
Ways to say the same thing that's gonna hit a different person a different way, right? So after getting those cues, my push press felt a lot better and I felt it less on my shoulder. So I thought that was
That's good.
Kind of a breakthrough there. I have a farm shirt on. Here, Procraft Farm.
There we go. I did think about highlighting them.
Yeah, this is our friend's farm out in Grass Lake. They're just getting started.
Yeah, Pro Crops.
Pro Crops.